So they shot through your window?
Vitaly Lissy says this is what happened when Russian troops stormed into Borodianka. They shot at his home. A bullet is still lodged in the lock. But that was just the beginning. He says he was tortured by Russian soldiers over 2 days. They started to shoot near my ears, but that was not the worst, he said. The horror started when they put the bag on my head, taped it so that I could barely breathe. At one point, he said he was forced to kneel in a dirt hole for hours. I was thinking how to stay alive. Nothing was in my head, he said. They were beating me hard, and everything was in pain. His case is one of hundreds being investigated by war crimes prosecutors in Borodianka alone. The city was occupied up until the end of March. Several apartment buildings were razed and people buried under the rubble. Local prosecutors say they've identified more than 200 Russian soldiers who they want to investigate for war crimes, but the biggest challenge is tracking them down. Investigators from Ukraine are working alongside dozens from the International Criminal Court. Canada's ambassador in Ukraine met with some of the team today, who briefly toured some of the destruction in Borodianka.
I think it's painstaking work right now, and that's what they're focused on. But the Ukrainians are already prosecuting individuals.
A Russian soldier who pleaded guilty to killing an unarmed 62-year-old man apologized to his widow in a court in Kiev. It's the first war crimes case to go to court in Ukraine, and officials vow it's just the beginning. Russia denies that its soldiers have targeted civilians with deadly brutality. But the 78-year-old has no doubt. He spent most of March hiding in a basement with the rest of his family. It seems to me if it's a war, he says, they should have battles on the front line. But here a lot of civilians got hurt. And here, like elsewhere in Ukraine, officials are still not sure exactly how many have died. Briar Stewart, CBC News, Borodianka.